Hi there, this is Mrs. Piper, and I am going to go over information in our new unit. As you can see, our new unit is on improving perception, drawing better by understanding how our brain works. We're going to be doing contour drawings, creating a series of contours, and then we're going to conclude with our creative contour composition. Now, if you are not in class and you're watching this on video, I'm going to share these chunks of information with you in separate videos. This first video is on chunk number 1, which is on improving perception, drawing better by understanding our brain. Now, students that were in class were given reading information. As you can see, we read chapter 3 called Searching, Looking, and Getting Ideas, Kicking the Left Brain Habit. And when we read as a group in class, we annotated what we were reading. We underlined, we circled what was important, we wrote notes in the margins. So we have the annotated version and we have the original version. So you will be able to choose which one you prefer when you get back to class. Remember, this reading information will be kept inside your art folder so that you can reflect back on it for tests, quizzes, and for pertinent information that you need throughout the unit. After we read in class, we then took notes. Now, our Cornell notes looked like this. They had several blank sections that we filled in as we discussed what we had read. You have access to the Cornell notes that are complete. These are in Blend. They're in the module called Improving Perception, Drawing Better by Understanding Our Brain. So let's take a moment and go over this information. Now I'm going to zoom in, and I'm hopeful that it is still clear to read. I had to redo this video because the first time I did it, it was blurry. So let me make sure that you all can see what I'm showing you, and does it look clear? I hope that it is not blurry. I think it looks pretty clear. Hold on, I'm going to try something. That's definitely blurrier. To me, it's hard to tell. I think that looks pretty good. Let's hope that's okay. Okay, now, our Cornell notes are divided. We've got questions on one side and answers on the other. This is titled Right Brain Drawing Information. Question 1, is drawing a skill that can be learned? And we read that the answer is yes. Drawing is a skill that can be learned. With practice, drawing skills can be improved. So those students that are worried that, oh, I'm worried about taking art because I'm not a very good drawer and I'm afraid I'm not going to get any better. Well, don't worry, you're going to get better with practice. What is perception and what role does it play in improving an artist's drawing skills? Well, perception is the way your brain translates what your senses take in. In other words, the way you see, what you smell, what you hear, what you taste. Some people perceive sour candy as delicious. Other people taste sour candy and want to spit it out. People perceive different things differently. So some people like certain smells while others don't find them appealing. So how does it improve an artist's ability and an artist's drawing skills? Well, if we're looking at the sense called seeing, it's the ability to really see and study an object. So you're looking closely at an object as you're drawing it. And by strengthening your perception, you end up drawing better. Okay? Now, how does understanding how your brain works help you become a better, more creative artist? Which side of the brain controls which actions? So we read about this in the article, and there was a whole section on kicking the left brain habit. What it said was that the brain is divided into 2 hemispheres. Each side controls different human actions. Now, I want everybody to understand that your brain always functions completely. But there are certain actions that the left side controls, and there are certain actions that the right side controls. So we read and we learned that the left side of the brain controls language, words, sentences, paragraphs. The left side of the brain labels things. This is a nose, this is an eye, this is a mouth. The left side of the brain is logical. A logical thought would be that to get from point A to point B, the logical way to get there is a straight line. And the left side of the brain puts things in order, alphabetical or numerical. Now you'll notice these first three start with the letter L. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for you to remember. But remember, you do get to use your notes in any test or quiz that we have. So the left controls language, labeling, logical. It puts things in order, and it keeps track of time. If you know you only have 5 minutes left to finish a task, your left brain is really keeping track of time. But unfortunately, the left side of the brain is also the side that says, ooh, that's too hard to draw. There are too many leaves up in that tree. Or, oh, you can't draw people. They're difficult. So that's the left side of our brain that gets in the way of drawing. The right side of our brain, on the other hand, is artistic. It uses no words to communicate. Instead, it looks at lines and shapes. It sees the lines, it sees the shapes. It doesn't label them. It is more emotional. In order to get from point A to point B, the right side of your brain might take a meandering path. The right side of your brain loses track of time. If you've ever been drawing, and all of a sudden an hour has passed, but it feels like only 5 minutes, well, that's because you were accessing the right side of your brain, losing track of time. The right side of your brain daydreams and relaxes and draws. So if you're relaxed, if you're losing yourself in thoughts, you're in the right side of your brain. So the right side is definitely more artistic and creative. And it helps you draw better. So what we want to do is we want to do a series of exercises to strengthen the right side of our brain. Now, what are those exercises? The first exercise we're going to be doing is called a contour drawing. What is a contour? A contour is an edge. It's shown as a line. When you look at an object, the edge of that object is the contour. Any lines that you see in it are also contours. They are the edges of wrinkles, the edges of folds in material. They're the edges of objects and other things that you would draw. Now, what are contour drawings? Well, contour drawings, what are contour drawings and how can they help artists improve their skills? Contour drawings involve drawing lines slowly and carefully to capture every detail. You don't do a contour drawing fast. You focus on the object and you draw what you see. Creating contours helps an artist truly see what he or she is looking at and improve his or her skills of perception and then learn to draw better. Okay? Now, after we read our information and we did our notes, each student wrote a summary. Now, my summary is right here. If you want to rewrite the summary in your own words, you certainly can. But remember, these notes are in the Blend course in the section called Improving Perception, which is the section you're in right now. Summary. Drawing is a skill used by artists in several ways for many reasons. By understanding how our brain works and why artists use drawing, we can improve our own skills. So that concludes this portion of the unit that introduces drawing better by understanding our brain. Thank you very much for watching. The next section will be going over contour drawings, and then following that, you'll be going over creating a series of contours. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.